citizenship is actually two different things. It's your own monitoring of yourself, so self-monitoring, and it's also the monitoring of your workplace or a teacher of her students. So I'm going to speak of two things that I know very well. It is as a teacher and in the workplace. So in the workplace, I need to preview any videos that I'm pulling in, and I pull in videos constantly. Because even in the classroom, in the middle of the lesson, I'm making connections to everything, cross-curricular connections. And I use videos to support that. An example of it would be when I was explaining what off-topic means and how in the classroom we go off-topic, squirrel, and then I had to pull in a video from up to show them where I got that from. Those things combine to produce a student who never forgets that idea, especially when you're applying it to their work and their writing. But to be a good citizen when it comes to technology, you have to really plan. You have to view those videos, and even on the morning of the lesson, you need to view those videos because you never know how they have changed since the last time you looked at them. So being a good steward as a teacher and as a person in the workplace also means that you have to monitor your students, and I mean you need to be on your feet. You need to make sure you put these computers and the iPads, things you're using in the room where you can see the screens, or you need to be on your feet so you can see the screens. Because even though in AISD we have a new system where they have to log in called Rapid Identity, which stores everywhere they go and everything they do and everything they search, you still need to be aware that that they could make a choice at any time to go to somewhere where it may be appropriate, but something inappropriate will pop up. So you need to be on your feet. You need to be aware of it. You need to be monitoring it. So being a good citizenship, as far as technology goes, is an ever-changing, constant thing. You've got to stay up on technology. You've got to be learning it. You've got to be ahead of the children you teach. And that's not easy. All right, so a moment ago I visited with you about rapid identity with AISD. Now I want to bring up the fact that as a fourth grade teacher, while monitoring is extremely important, and we talked about how you need to be on your feet, you need to know the websites they're going to, you need to control where they're at. You also have the responsibility to know what their parents have selected on their paperwork, whether they can even go on the internet or not, which even makes accelerated reader a reading program that we use for them to test their comprehension on and earn points, a very difficult thing to use if they have not selected that. So you have to be quite aware of who is able to go on the internet and who is not. You also have to be able to be aware of who can have photographs taken or videos taken and who is not, because that could put in jeopardy your newsletter, say, that you send home with photographs of your students. You also have to be very aware of what technology they're using. We recently had acquired new iPads in the classroom, which has software on it where only 5 to 6 students can use that iPad. You have to monitor that. You have to make sure they stay on their own. They have their own unique Google login for it and their own unique Google address, which is to be seen whether that address will follow them all the way through high school. In the classroom, I am using Google Classroom for my 4th graders to not only, say, submit memes to me based on grammar, which is what's happening in my classroom right now, but for them to submit to me through my Google Classroom using their parents' email with their parents' supervision. They are learning to attach that meme and send an email to me. So there's all kinds of different technology that we're using in the classroom and that I am teaching them because my eye is always on their future and what they will be using when they get to high school and college to be successful. Okay, so misconceptions or misunderstandings, I'm going to add a couple more things to that definition. I'm going to add selective hearing or in the moment justification. So let me explain. First, we'll start with planning. When you're, say, doing a research project, like we are in the middle of our 4th grade Black History Month research project, you need to make sure you preview often the LRC website, because for us it changes on a daily basis. Technology can add and take away sites. Some sites they may not be able to log on to. It changes constantly, so you need to be aware of what's going on with that and what they're able to choose and use. You need to very specifically go over directions every single time that they are using that website. Example, I will stand up and every single day when we're doing research, I will say you cannot go on the internet. Let me be specific. You cannot use the search engines Google or Bing. You cannot search any other thing but then what is listed on that LRC website. For us, that would be Ward's LRC website. They cannot go to any other school. They cannot go to any other level, say in Britannica, than elementary. How do you monitor that? You need to be on your feet. You need to be looking at their screen, pausing and talking and seeing where they're searching and guiding constantly. Now, where does selective hearing or choice in the moment come from? It comes from the fact that when I said do not go on the internet and use Google or Bing, I did not review, in this instance, Google Junior, which is on the LRC website. That still is supposedly a safe place to go do research. It is not, and it is something that you need to be beside them to do. When you have over 22 students that you cannot be beside, that is not a place that is an option. So once again, you need to be very specific in your choices. I still have students that I will find not only on Google Junior, but on the internet itself. And they will sometimes even bring me their computers, showing me what they're doing and be with a shocked expression of, I could Google this. So always be on your toes, always preview, always think ahead of any question they could have, any choice they could make in the moment. It's tough to stay ahead of students who are so savvy when it comes to technology, but that means that you've got constantly have to be studying and using it yourself.